I welcome you all to this director's interactive session with young book lovers in our school.
Director, Executive Director, Dr. Bhumesh Garu, Madam Padma Garu, Madam Nishat Garu, my dear children. I think this is our third interactive meeting, I believe third interactive meeting with regard to this reading books. In the second session, you interacted with Shatabdi Rai and Akshay Rautray.
Friends, this is P. Mallika speaking in front of you here. I am studying 9th class. I got third book from my school library. The book name is Facebook Phantom. It was written by Susan Sangi, a 17 years old girl. She written after completing her 10th class board exams. But I really loved the book. There are 4 characters in this book: Omidon, Sonali, Neil and John. Sonali and Omidon are the 2 main characters in this book. Both Neil and John are the friends of Sonali. It is a book about social fantasy. When I'm going through this book, I'm not interested, but at last I love to read this book again and again. There are many factors influenced me. Sonali and
Earlier, she had some kind of misconceptions about this Facebook and talking to strangers, right? And while after reading this book, she lost that fear, the fear of strangers, right? And now, she says, yes, I can handle this, right? My advice to you is on this matter, yes, no problem, go ahead with your idea of starting a Facebook page account, no problem, but at the same time, yes, there could be some dangers also. Let us not completely trust the strange people unless and until we know about them completely, right? Beforehand, in the beginning, you can have something with them, but don't trust them completely and give out your entire information. You have to measure, you have to be very calculated, and you cannot completely trust. At the same time, you have to venture into that and see whether they are really good friends or not. Okay? Right. Okay. Do you have any questions for her? Any questions for her on this topic? If you want to ask anything, you can ask. Yeah. Come here. Use this mic.
What is the story ending? Moral of the story.
The moral of the story, she wants to know.
generally it is a book about social fantasy. The main theme is we have to don't talk much to strangers. That is.
You got your point?
Yeah, sir.
Right. That is, I think that is what I told you now. The moral, the same moral I conveyed also. Right? Beware of them, but at the same time, be ready to talk to them. Right. Yeah. Thank you. Next. Come fast. Yeah.
It was written by Annette Blyton and was published by Hodder Children's Books. And the 5 main characters in this book is George, Julian, Dick, Annie and Tim. George is a girl and her full name is Georgina. She don't want to be a girl. She wants to behave like a boy and she dresses like a boy. And her only friend is Tim, a dog. And Julian, Dick and Annie are her cousins. And for enjoying their summer vacation, they'll come to Kirin Cottage where George is living. So nearby the Kiran cottage, there is a island named Kirin Island. And Kirin cottage, Kirin Island belongs to George. Why? Because all that property belongs to her great grandfathers. And George will show an old shipwreck under the sea. Surprisingly, they will see that shipwreck on the sea surface. Why? Because there is a huge storm that previous day. So they will find a small box in that. For opening it, they don't have a key. So they will go to their home and they will throw from the top. So it will break. And they'll see a map in it. So by listening this sound, George's father, Uncle Quentin, is a scientist. He don't want to listen all sounds. So he came out very angrily and he took the box. When they felt very sad. Why? Because they are just going to see what is that map. So what happened means Julian will steal that box from his Uncle Quentin's room. Very silently he'll open and he will trace that map, and again he will replace that box in the room. And at last all the five will observe what is that. They know that it is the map of Kirin Island and that palace. So at last in the corner there is a word ingots, INGOTS, written in bold letters. So they don't know. Dick said that it is a metal bar. So Julian thought that maybe it may be golden bars. So they were so anxious to see what are they. And unfortunately, Uncle Quentin will sell that box to somebody. And that stranger is going to buy that island and palace the next few days. So they went, all the five will go to that island to see what it is. Because of Tim, they will find a well. Nearby that well, there is a door, so which is having a way under the earth. So they'll go into that and they'll mark the way from where they are coming with a chalk piece so that they can't forget their way. And they'll see a room and they don't have a key for it. When Julian is opening it, there is a sharp rock which hit Dick cheeks. So for the first aid, he'll come up, and Annie also will goes with him, and only Julian, Annie, and Tim are there. At the time, they opened that door and they were so full of happy. Why? Because they found golden bars there. And what happened means the stranger who is going to buy that island came into that way, and he said that there is no need of buying the whole island. We found the treasure here. So let us call the two persons from that, and we'll kidnap them, and we'll take all these from this cave, and I will call the ship owner so that they can bag all the golden bars. So they will blackmail George. If you did not call your friends from up, I will kill your dog. So George will write a letter. Please, Dick and Annie, come fast. And at last, she'll write her name as Georgina, not George. I already mentioned you, she don't likes to be a girl. So if anybody calls her Georgina, she'll not respond. So by seeing that letter, Dick will feel somewhat suspicious, and he will search all the island. They'll see a motorboat. So they understood that there is somebody who are following them. So they will have a plan, and at last they will take Julian and George, Tim, all the three up. And at last, George will show her anger on their motorboat. She will destroy the motorboat, and so that they can't come out from that island. And she will row her boat very fastly, as fast as she can. And they'll reach Uncle Quentin and will give the information about the treasure, and the stranger who wanted to buy the island is a thief. And at last, when the police came there, the persons were already escaped. So by seeing that motorboat, the policeman also said that I think this work is done by the angry young girl, George. So when I am reading this part, I am so excited. Why? Because I have completed this book in one day. Really, Why? Because I'm so excited to read it. Why? Because my friend took this book and she said that it is so good, it is so nice. So I took that book the next third time. And I think in Sankranti holidays, it is already it is winter season. So my legs and hands are so cool, but also I am reading it like, I can't say my feelings when I am reading it. I think it is 2:48 when I have completed that book. I'm so sad. Why? Because I have completed it, and again I read that book second time in that holidays. I'm so excited and I'm so lucky to have that book. And what I have learned from that book is, whenever there is a critical situation, we must not be afraid for everything. We must think calmly and face that situation courageously. And I can't understand why George does not like to be a girl. And I'm so lucky I'm a girl. Thank you.
You can keep it. Yeah, please. Sit down, Bhargavi, sit down. She read one of the Emid Blyton's series, right? What is that? Famous Five.
Yeah, famous five on a treasure island.
Famous Five on a Treasure Island. In fact, this is a series, Nana. Emid Blyton wrote a series of books with the title Famous Five. Famous Five on Treasure Island, Famous Five on this, Famous Five at that, like this. All of them are very, very interesting, particularly for young adults between the age group somewhere around 11, 12 to 18, 19. They like these books very much. Not only young adults, even we adults also enjoy a lot while reading those books. If you ever find any book by Emid Blyton, go and grab it immediately, you will thoroughly enjoy it. I assure you that much. And the proof lies here, right in front of us. Bhargavi is telling the same, right? You have any questions?
A speech is not enough to express my feelings and ideas about my book. When I went to select the book named Rabindranath Tagore Selected Poems Chosen Me. Because I cannot choose the best chooses me. Word touched my heart. That is, life finds its wealth by the claims of word, and its worth by the claims of love.
Good. Yes. Next. Which poem do you like more?
12 o'clock.
12 o'clock. The title is 12 o'clock. Good. Why? Why do you like it more?
He expressed his feelings about his thoughts when he doesn't go to sleep.
Yeah.
Why he's not getting the sleep.
Yeah.
And
Tagore is a night bird. He says he's a night bird, right? And he spends more actively during night periods. And yes, that's why he contemplates different ideas, particularly during night. And he expresses them in his 12 o'clock poem. Good that you have read that. Right.
but for his beautiful and profound poetic thought, he not only won the Nobel Prize but also won my heart. After reading this book, I got a hope that I would definitely become a poet in my very
Wonderful. Be a poet. Write poetry. Good.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Life finds its wealth by the claims of worth, and its worth by the claims of love. Shall I explain? Telugu. Life gains its money by the word, but its value by love. Life gains its wealth by the claims of word. It gains his money by the claims of word. Rights.
In fact, what she is trying to tell is this. You cannot measure either success or fame by the material comforts of the world, right? You can claim it by the love that you get.
Value.
right? Your success, fame, everything, your satisfaction, you can claim that through the love you get, but not through the material comforts of the world. That is what she is trying to convey. Right, good.
Thank you.
Paulo Coelho, 11 minutes. This book was written by Paulo Coelho, was born in Brazil. He was a great writer. He traveled throughout the world and spread 140 millions of books.
She used wonderful vocabulary. Have you observed that? She used wonderful vocabulary. And where did she get from? From the book. The vocabulary now you used.
Today I am going to the book which I chosen for the third time in my library is a biography of a great inventor and who inspired millions of people. The biography name is Charles Babbage. Good afternoon one and all. This is V. Supradeep from 6th Emeralds. I read the biography of Tipu Sultan. Before reading the book, I know Tipu Sultan as a freedom fighter. After reading the book, I knew that he is a reformer, he is a soldier in an army, and he also possesses a dynamic vision which brought about a social change. The thing which inspired me is, even though at the age of 11, he lost his parents, but he did not care about that. He loved the country and he did many movements for freedom.
Good.
Thank you.
Good afternoon to one and all. My name is Kevamshi of 7 Jasmines. I read the book named Sachin. He was the only cricketer who had done 100 centuries. I have one moral. Life is like a cricket. Don't miss like a wicket. Thank you.
Good afternoon to one and all here. This is Meenakshi of 9 Jasmines. And I selected the book named Train to Pakistan, which is written by the writer Kushwant Singh. He is India's one of the best known writer and a columnist. So one day sir called to see our books and sir said it's a masterpiece. And sir, as you said, it's a masterpiece. And this book is about the situations happen in a village which is located at the border of India and Pakistan. And the writer clearly says about the feelings of two different cultures, two different minds, two different religions. And there's a gangster named Jugut Singh. He's a gangster, but he's a good person. And there is a moneylender who was murdered. And the suspicion falls on Jugut Singh. But he was not the person who murdered. His followers attempted that. Then the police arrest Jugut Singh, and they will torture him a lot. And sir, I want to share a situation with you in this book. Jugut Singh was taken to Pakistani police, and there are two prisoners. One person is Hindu, Jugut Singh is Hindu, and another person is Muslim. And the Muslim prisoner was treated like a VIP with good food, and Hindu was treated like a common man. And this situation influenced me a lot. When I'm reading this book, it remembered me of the sacrifices of our freedom fighters, their struggle to give freedom and struggle at the time of partition. They died with a smile on face, such a great. And I inspired a lot, and this book influenced me a lot. And I want to say something apart from this. Our freedom fighters has done many things for us. They have sacrificed their lives. They struggled hard. And let's give a meaning for that. Let's do something for our India, and let's change India from A to the. You understood that A to the? Shall I explain? A means India is a country, and it's just a normal thing. India is the country, means India should be the country.
Yes.
And I loved this book, sir.
Yeah.
The author died at the age of 99, but he'll remain forever in my heart because of his book.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Any questions? Any questions?
So, so you asked your friends maybe getting inspired, you asked your friends or you said that we got to contribute something for the country. So what would you want to do? What would you want to contribute? Or how do you want to contribute?
First of all, I want to remove all the boundaries between people. The caste boundaries, the religion boundaries. And I'll try my best to do that.
Right. Wonderful.
Good afternoon to one and all. My name is Pavani Priya. I am studying 6th Emeralds. The book that I have chosen for the third time is Kalpana Chawla. Kalpana Chawla was born in Karnal, India in 1961. When she was at the small age only, she wanted to become an astronaut, but her father didn't like it because he didn't have enough money to make her to study. But her brother helped her very much. At final, Kalpana Chawla became an astronaut. Nobody know about Kalpana Chawla more when she went to the space for the first time. But after her death on February 1st, 2003, everybody understand about Kalpana Chawla, and they understand another thing, that if any Indian will thought one thing, they can do it and they can bring a nice name to their country. The thing that make me to inspire is Kalpana Chawla's self-confidence and also her spirit. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Good, good. I think this is your second biography.
No sir, third one.
Third one. Okay, good, good. Start reading storybooks also. This time you take storybooks also.
Yes sir.
Okay.
To Vanida, my name is Viyogita. I am telling Maya says the day. That writer is Natasha Sharma. One day, Maya is scared for all things. Her sister name is Honey, and in this story, her grandmother, her father, her sister, and mother. One day, Maya is eating breakfast. The traffic police is announcing that the tiger is escaped from the zoo. Then Maya is afraid. Then her father is saying, I am going to fruits market. No, she said no. Why? Because the tiger is escaped from the zoo. Then his father did not listen Maya words. He went out of the home. Then her sister, her grandmother, and her mother, is so afraid. Her grandmother is sleeping. Then her sister is crying. Then Maya went to her sister and asked, "Why are you crying?" Then she said she didn't know how to talk. Why? Because she is 3 months old. Then she is looking under the table. Then Maya looked under the table and she searched all her home, but anything she found. And she searched under a bed. There is one tiger. She afraid, and there only her grandmother is sleeping. Then she put a milk on the bed and she went off. Then the tiger came out and drink that milk and go off. Then the Maya said to her sister, there was a tiger, don't shout. Then her mother said, you are intelligent girl, you are very intelligent.
Remember, because these are story books, you read it and enjoyed it, right? Story books. And you could also tell something about it. Had it been a textbook, it would have been very boring, right? You found the difference now? Yeah. But still, we have to read textbooks for examinations. We can't avoid that. But still, find more and more enjoyment in reading storybooks, reading biographies, right? Reading these kind of other books also. That is number one. Number two, there are mistakes. There are mistakes. While you are speaking, there are mistakes, but don't bother about them. That is the way one learns. Without speaking mistakes, nobody can speak correctly. We all do it. So that is the way we learn. And you are learning. You are using good vocabulary. And you are getting ambitions. You are getting goals. And you know the writers now. Various writers. One from England, one from America, one from India. From various places. Right? One from 17th century, one from 19th century, and another from 21st century. You all know these writers. And you all know now how they are writing and what kind of ideas they have. So, this is all going to do a lot of good to you. Continue this habit. And in summer vacation also, select one more book, read it thoroughly, enjoy, and come here for the next round of discussion. And we will be having these kinds of discussions continuously in the next academic year also. And from session to session, there will be improvement. We can have discussion, we can have debate, we can have writing sessions, we can have reading sessions, poetry reading sessions. Let us continue like this, okay? Good, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. And we have seen some of them reading poetry. We expect they will come with their stories and poetries in the next session. Children, see that you're reading, get inspired more, and read books and start writing if you feel like. With this, I close the session. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir.